don't know who thinks they found the love of their life at the age of 15, but that's what I thought. And unfortunately, he was not the prince I thought he was, or the fairy tales tell you about.
So my mother would leave in the morning, and my father, since he was unemployed, would stay home and take care of my sister and I. He would just let my sister crawl around in her little caged off playpen, just leave her there all day. And then for me, he would give random stupid assignments just to distract me. If I didn't do them perfectly, he would beat me.
He pushed me down 16 stairs, 14-month-old baby on my side. So my weight landed on her, and she broke her leg. And I had 3 broken ribs. And actually they called them shattered because my ribs had been broken so often.
It was one night in particular that it got real bad. I remember going to my room because it was bedtime, being tucked in, and hearing fighting going on downstairs. And it was like the whole house was almost shaking. You know, I later found out he ended up throwing her through a wall.
He punched me in front of my 5 children in my face to the point where my eye opened up and there was blood dripping all over my kids. Here's the thing, right? Whenever he abused me, he would come back to my home with jewelry and flowers, and that's not normal.
Every individual is personally affected by domestic violence. Whether you know it or not, you are directly affected.
Every call is a potential for any victim getting killed. So every call is the utmost importance.
My mother, instead of taking my sister and I and leaving, decided to call the police. You know, she told me, she goes, this is my house, why am I gonna leave? And I remember seeing 2 officers come up the stairs, hearing my father cursing at them, and then the last thing I remember about my father is him getting taken out of the house in handcuffs.
When 180 came involved in the police departments, for the victims coming into the police department, I think they felt that they had their voice now. They had a voice and that somebody was listening to them.
No one asked for this. No one deserves it. But I am here to let every man, woman know that it's not okay.
I think it's truly a gift that 180 gets to be present in that integral moment that can make or break somebody's situation, make or break somebody's experience when they get to the police department. And that's the first face or interaction of anybody at 180.
So we wrap around our services to meet our clients' needs, whether it's to shelter, whether it's court services, whether it's outreach, whether it's therapy for their children.
This house is just amazing. It's the most secure I've ever seen. It's more secure than my police department.
I remember, seeing the 2 officers take him out, and then the next thing I remember is my mother holding me and my sister and the dog, crying, saying, we're okay now.
We are able to accept survivors with their pets. We have learned over the years that a lot of survivors do not leave the situation because leaving their pet behind in many instances is like leaving their child behind.
I never want to end up like my father. Trying out a new career, and I'm doing something I wanted to do. I'm feeling a sense of fulfillment helping other families of domestic violence and working with 180.
When we go through a difficult time in our lives, and we have an obligation to share our story, so we can empower others to know that they can make it too. If I had known about 180, I really believe that my life and my children's lives would have been better. And one promise I can make you is that I will do everything in my power to stand right next to 180 now, being on this board, and to continue to carry on their mission and their vision to help as many families as we can.
Together 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 we can.
We can.
Turn lives around.
Turn lives around.
Turn lives around.
Turn lives around.